Hi there. Later, some anti-queer Christian cranks come unstuck. First though, a Jewish university's finally going to recognise an LGBTQ+ club on campus after years of legal fights with a group of students and alumni. New York's Yeshiva Uni had been adamant it couldn't give official approval, cause religion, and the US Supreme Court was involved at one point. Now though, with presumably thousands of dollars wasted, the institution's backed down, and the club can access the same benefits as other student organisations. Beth Wise helped set it up back in 2009.
We were kids. We were college students who just wanted to get together and hang out and have support. And yet we had to sit through all these meetings where we were told well, there's nuances and we want to support you, but we can't. And just all of this kind of manipulation and back and forth.
Thanks to Fox 5, the uni hasn't actually explained why it's backed down. 15 people arrested in Austria and Slovakia over anti-gay hate crimes. They're accused of luring victims to remote locations using fake socials and filming them being beaten up, robbed and humiliated. Police say the group claimed to be targeting paedophiles. Boring. At least 17 cases identified so far, with one investigated as attempted murder. And an attempt by foaming-at-the-mouth Christian fundamentalists to have a rainbow pedestrian crossing removed has failed, just like these knuckleheads fail at having any discernible point to their existence. Members of New Zealand's Destiny Church group tried to argue it didn't comply with road safety rules. The crossing's been in Wellington for 7 years with 0 issues, and the High Court said these religious wrong-uns can go take a long walk off a short pier. May have paraphrased just slightly. Hi there. Later, a singer in this year's Eurovision comes out. First though, the mother of murdered transgender teenager Brianna Ghey says the absolute cesspit of social media should be off limits for children. Esther Ghey says a ban could help stop the kind of violence that led to the killing of a 16-year-old daughter back in 2023. Brianna was stabbed multiple times by 2 15-year-old classmates in Cheshire in England. Their actions were partly driven by social media. Her mum tells Channel 4 News she'd like to see devices made safer for kids.
A smartphone that has really solid parental controls, harmful word monitoring, no social media apps, because as it stands, I don't think that anybody under the age of 16 should be on social media because of the amount of harmful content that's on there.
Also, Brianna's mental health struggles were worsened by seeing content about self-harm and eating disorders on Twitter. Esther Ghey's made a documentary for ITV, which is broadcast on Thursday. Next, did a Catholic uni in Canada sack its president for being a queer ally? It's why David Malloy reckons he lost his job at Ontario's King's University College. He's now suing for $1.6 million. Claims he was sacked for associating with LGBTQ+ people and for his liberal values. The uni started flying a rainbow flag during his time there and hired a diversity and inclusion director. And Eurovision's serving cant singer Mariana Conte has come out as queer. Malta's entrant got a girlfriend and says she just falls in love with people for who they are. She's had to remove the word cant, K-A-N-T, from a Eurovision song. Means singing in Maltese, but it was being mistaken for something else. Maybe that's what people like to shout at me. They're all Maltese. Hi there. Later, what's YOLO got to do with the spread of HIV? Spoiler alert, nothing. First though, thousands of people have been protesting in Hungary against a ban on Pride events. They let off colourful smoke bombs while blocking roads and bridges in Budapest. The new law also allows the use of facial recognition software to identify Pride organisers and those who attend events. Reuters heard from this protester.
We have to stand up so that they do not do this, because if they can do it to one group, then they can do it to everyone else.
Organisers of this summer's Budapest Pride and the city's mayor say it's still happening. Belgium and the Netherlands are the latest countries warning trans and non-binary people about travelling to America. This after the US government said it would only recognise two sexes, male and female, so that's an issue where a passport's got a different gender marker. Other countries amongst the 8 updating travel advice include Denmark, the UK and Germany. What if the US government was less concerned about attacking marginalised groups and more focused on locking down its messaging apps? Am I right? And claims HIV is being spread by young men with a YOLO mindset having gay sex. YOLO meaning you only live once, in case you don't know. This demented mewling from Malaysia's Deputy Health Minister, who's offered zero evidence for the claim. Being gay's illegal there. Lukanisman Arwan Sauni also complains that social media's normalising homosexuality. Hi there. Later, has Heartstopper stopped? It better not have. First though, always a pleasure to tell you about an anti-LGBTQ+ bigot getting their comeuppance. Please be seated. David Yarborough on the Union County School Board in Kentucky and decided to share his poisonous thoughts on Facebook. Amongst other things, he said degenerate queers would end up with mental instability, AIDS and suicidal thoughts. He was at a meeting of the school board the other night and learned about the consequences of being a blight on humanity.
When I was a kid, I suffered messages like you wrote when you cavalierly mentioned suicide. And they did not make me want to be alive. I believe that all of us can do better. Even the bullies. Even you, Mr. Yarborough. Thank you.
Dance teacher Mark Lamb, courtesy of 14 News, one of many people to speak out. Yarborough ended up legging it from the meeting because he's pathetic and a coward. A UK university slapped with a massive fine over its transgender equality policy says it'll challenge the sanction. Comes from the Office for Students, which says Sussex Uni's policy of positive trans representation could inhibit free speech. It's a record fine of £585,000 because that's how important it is to be able to attack trans people. And where is Heartstopper Season 4? Hurry up! The latest update on the future of the queer Netflix drama comes from the exec producer, says the team's working hard on getting new episodes commissioned. Patrick Walters reckons there are lots of moving parts, but he's been confronted with worsening funding challenges, as he puts it. No time to tell you that. A 5th High Court in Japan's ruled the ban on gay marriage there is unconstitutional. Osaka's joined Sapporo, Tokyo, Fukuoka and Nagoya. And the theme for this year's New York Pride is Rise Up, Pride in Protest. Hi there. Later, the mayor receiving 6 drag queens. First though, might want to give this restaurant a swerve.
When you come in for the next hour and a half and you are a couple, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, can produce a child couple, we'll give you something free. The real kind of couple.
Oh, because we don't do the trans or the lesbians or gays. I'm sorry,
Couple.
that's down the street.
Okay.
Darwell and Nettie Yeager, owners of Darwell's Happiness Cafe in Mississippi. Sounds like quite a hateful cafe, to be honest. The right-wingers posted that online, then swiftly deleted it in response to a comprehensive backlash. They tried doubling down at first, because that's what their sort does. The word woke was referenced. Then came the caveated apology, if anyone was offended. A prominent out gay football referee in Ireland says his new TV documentary on diversity and inclusion in sport was snubbed. Gaelic footy's David Gould reckons there's a number of straight, high-profile male athletes who agreed to participate at first, then just totally ghosted him. He reckons it's their silence which stops other queer players coming out. And 6 drag queens in Bolton in northwest England have entered the Mayor's Parlour. This is where dignitaries are received, apparently, and Councillor Andy Morgan's welcomed in the likes of Viva La Diva, Pixie Lation and Mona Moans. Says it was to celebrate all the different voices that make the community so vibrant. Organisers of Bolton Pride were there as well. No time to tell you that India's Festival of Letters, a literature showcase, is going to feature queer writers and poets for the first time. And tomorrow's the 11th anniversary of same-sex marriage in England and Wales. Don't forget to spread the word about Pride Daily and be nice. I'm Kev McGraw. See you next week.